What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another late night, another epic, and this one, quite excited about it, not gonna lie. It is a epic. It defines the word epic, the length of it, and specifically who directed it. And this person, Mel Gibson, he's known for directing really good pictures, very grandiose. We will be watching Braveheart. Never seen it before. I have been recommended so much to watch this film. And you know what? It's one that's been on the watch list since I don't know, since this whole thing started. So finally gonna get to it. Excited about it. Either you've watched it, if you haven't. Either way, I'm glad to be joined by you guys. Today we have Sir Big Willie with us, and you know what? As much as I've treated him, unfairly, shall we say, is that a fair thing to say?
We're done. We can't play around with these people. Everything we've done goes right out the window.
Yes. We're gonna start changing that around here. It's just about time we treated him like
now we
human.
walk in there like this with this. I have no more moves. All right, it's all on you right now.
Anyway. Going along, I'm ready to get to this film. I hope you are too. We're gonna watch this film. We're gonna enjoy it, and just spare with me if I do make any mistakes. But let's enjoy the film.
I shall tell you of William Wallace. Historians from England will say I am a liar, but history is written by those who have hanged heroes.
Wow, what a line to begin with.
I want to go.
Go home, William, or you'll feel the back of my hand.
Go home, William.
Alright, so John is like the right hand, and William is there's almost sort of a rebellious, one to go for an adventure type of attitude. Oh, he ended up coming. And he's now seeing, adults and children hung. Oh, what an image to be burned into, a young boy's brain.
What are you going to do?
I'm gonna help.
Hey, a good help you'll be too. But I need you to stay here and look after the place for me while I'm away.
Oh, God forbid everybody just dies and he's the only one surviving. Well, what a spirit of, defense. Well, not defense, but that's the only word that's coming to mind is like 50 farmers versus a whole battalion. If I'm not mistaken, I heard like a distinct echo of screaming. But that was quite something for him to be all left alone in the dark of night amongst such a huge landscape. Oh, you're kidding me. That's all that's left. No dad, no John. Not even a word is spoken. He can already tell like it's bad news.
Requiescant in pace. Amen.
Well, now he has no family at all, so I'm guessing as he grows up, there will be a rebellion, there will be a hatred towards the English.
William, I'm your uncle, Argyle.
It looks like he's gonna train him into combat.
You don't speak Latin? Well, that's something we shall have to remedy, isn't it?
Interesting. And just to add to the whole scene where the small girl gave the flower, I've heard before the score of this film, so I know the score, but it's interesting to see where it's placed.
Your heart is free. Have the courage to follow it.
Interesting. I'm assuming that will come in later as an important subtext to something.
Saying goodbye in their own way. Playing outlawed tunes on outlawed pipes.
Wait, I'm unfamiliar with what that means. What does outlawed pipes mean?
Learn to use this. Then I'll teach you to use this.
There we go. it's the wits, like how his father said, that makes a true warrior, a true man.
Our nobles shall have sexual rights to her on the night of her wedding. If we can't get them out, we'll breed them out.
That's quite a strategy to all my land, Scotland, to want the whole land just to himself. Okay, so quite a lot of time has passed. William is now an adult. But interesting how the farm still remains, at least a remnant of it.
The English won't let us train with weapons, so we train with stones.
Well, a test of a soldier is not in his arm. It's here.
Hey, he learned well. Hey, Amish always punched first.
Come do it. David, move. I will not.
Hey,
You'll move.
He won't move, but he'll use that rock for something. Funny how the smaller the stone, the more the accurate. That's really using the brain.
Oh, I should have moved.
Yeah, but at least he now knows that if he ever needs him in a battle, he is the strong man.
It is my noble right.
His noble right. What a devious way to... That's what they said, right? Breeding in. Jeez, just as they laugh at their faces, there's only so much they can tolerate until the true rebellion, the Braveheart, comes forth and has a battle.
You're out of your mind.
Oh, it's good Scottish weather, madam. The rain is falling straight down. Oh, slightly to the side, like.
They can't go with you.
No.
That's the first time I've ever heard Scottish weather. That was funny.
Well, if I can ever work up the courage to ask you again, I'll send you a written warning first.
Oh, it wouldn't do you much good. I can't read.
Can you not? Well, that's something we shall have to remedy, isn't it?
Hey, nice callback.
That's right. Are you impressed yet?
No. Why should I be?
Parce que chaque jour, j'ai pensé à toi.
Wow, his uncle did him very well in training the mind first. Oh great, they both knew they knew each other. He kept that all along.
If I can live in peace, I will.
you say you want to stay out of the troubles?
Aye.
If you can prove it, you may court my daughter. Until you prove it, the answer's no.
No.
Well, he came back. Well, I sort of don't believe that. He didn't come out just for peace. He came back. He came back to rescue his people from the tyranny.
So you've got children?
Well, not yet, but I was hoping that you could help me with that.
So you want me to marry you then?
Wow, that's a straightforward way of asking, someone to marry you.
Is that a yes?
Aye, that's a yes.
Wait. How's that gonna work with prima nocta? Where they have the wedding ceremony, unless they don't have it. Oh, sweet. A secret wedding. A secret wedding. That's one way to evade it. So that's smart. Why do I get the feeling that something bad is gonna happen to her? I don't know. It's just the affection is shot in such a such a beautiful way. the love connection between the flower, him giving it back to her, the secret wedding. I just get the feeling, you know, by past experience of watching cinema, that something is going to happen.
Good night. Night.
Night.
Unless somebody finds out that they're secretly wedded, and their punishment is, you know, that it was a secret wedding, they were trying to evade prima nocta, and they hurt her. Oh, that cannot be good.
You're right.
Oh, escaping just means that now they're painting targets around their back. Well, certainly, we see him using a stone, but I believe he has trained with an actual sword.
Murron!
Oh, no. Oh, this is... Okay, I might have been wrong about his intentions. Maybe his intentions was just to come back and do what his father did, but actually have a farm that lasted.
And this day's lawlessness is how you repay my leniency.
That's not leniency. That's a tyranny.
An assault on the king's soldiers is the same as an assault on the king himself.
Oh, you're kidding me. That's harsh.
Now, let this scrapper come to me.
Okay, now the rebellion is gonna start. Now an uproar has to start. Scrapper might not be the right word to describe what he looks like at this point. He's a brave man, but who knows if he has a plan. Hopefully he's not gonna pull out a sword from his back, unless this is a willing surrender. Well, hopefully he gets some help from the farmers near him, because it would be a shame if he has to fight everyone by himself. Interesting even to see him like use different weapons. It just goes to show like his training. Wow, Amish father is he's a real trooper. He has a half arrow in him and he can still throw a spear. I wonder what they're gonna do to this general in a cape. Whether they're gonna use him as like barter, or whether they're just gonna make an example of him and kill him. Oh, the same execution style. Again, the war was waged from innocent blood. I mean, of all people, William, you know, blood of his blood, bone of his bones, you know, his, you know, family, 3 of them, as we know, are buried now, and it's no wonder he spearheaded this, the resistance. I don't know if that's the right word, but, you know, he's the forefront of this comeback. It was not entirely William's fault, right? Because the king's soldier just took on to her because she was beautiful.
Now, let him go. Sorry, I'm sorry.
Everybody along their bloodline punches first.
Some of us are in this. Can't help that now. But you can help yourselves. Go home.
We'll have no homes left when the English garrison from the castle comes through and burns us out. And they will.
Once one part is in, everybody's in.
So what news?
Oh, yeah, it ain't their patrol.
I have dispatched 100 soldiers to Lanark. They will be returning now.
Or are they dressed like this? Actually, it was more like 50. Make it quick.
Wow. The few farmers that were there were able to kill all the 50.
It's my right. You're right. Well, I'm here to claim the right of a husband!
What a disgusting right. Rightfully so, the husband took his revenge.
And tell them there that Scotland's daughters and her sons are yours, no more. Tell them Scotland is free.
Well, that should be enough for them to want to stop. This is quite a peaceful, arrangement. Scotland is free, just let us be.
And how would you deal with this brigand?
Like any common thief, have the local magistrate arrest him and punish him accordingly.
Leave us.
He treated him as if that was the wrong answer. Something more severe.
Que votre mari ira en épouse, hein? Contre Wallace. Comme ça, vous serez veuve.
That's what... wow. I did not see that coming. There's probably going to be an ambush from the Scottish.
Where's Wallace?
Fantastic. Look at that. The king was completely wrong when he said the little rebellion. Call the little rebellion. They're not little anymore.
He doesn't even have a knighthood, but he fights with passion, and he inspires.
And you wish to charge off and fight as he did, eh? So would I, eh?
Well, maybe it's time.
It is time to survive.
That's the difference. One is thinking of, a peaceful approach to this without any bloodshed, and one is thinking of really fighting back.
And understand this. Edward Longshanks is the most ruthless king ever to sit on the throne of England. And none of us, and nothing of Scotland will remain unless we are as ruthless.
It's to beat the enemy, become the enemy, compromise, and believe in, equal giving and receiving.
Ça, c'est de l'amour, non? J'en sais rien.
What a tale can bring to someone who does not even know Wallace. Like, suddenly they're in love with the urban legend, or not urban, but the legend of William Wallace.
So what do we do? Hitch, run, hide. The Highland way.
Aha. So they're above ground.
Long spears, twice as long as a man.
That long? Some men are longer than others.
Your mother been telling you stories about me again, eh?
Oh, that's why he looked at it. Okay, I did not understand. I thought he wanted to have, like, above the ground type of vantage point, but he was talking about spears, like long spears. That's why he showed, like, the trees.
Stephen is my name. I'm the most wanted man on my island. Except I'm not on my island, of course. More's the pity.
Your island? You mean Ireland?
Yeah, it's mine.
Such patriotism, such nationalistic attitude towards their land, and wanting it back, and wanting to the chance to kill the Englishmen. You know what? I will join you.
Sure, didn't the Almighty send me to watch your back?
Like, what did he want against William Wallace? And now I like this. There's like almost a brotherhood between William and Stephen.
What are they talking about?
I can't hear, but it doesn't look good.
The nobles will negotiate.
They do a deal. Let me go home. No.
If we got anywhere to this point is forget the nobles talking. That is quite an army and the list of heavy horses, as they say. I'm anticipating a speech is coming, and then we're gonna get the Battle of Stirling.
William Wallace? Can't be. Not tall enough.
Ah, the legend already exists.
And if this is your army, why does it go?
We didn't come here to fight for them.
Well, that's one thing they all share in common, is Scotland.
William Wallace is 7 feet tall.
Yes, I've heard. Kills men by the hundred. And if he were here, he'd consume the English with fireballs from his eyes.
No, William Wallace is just human, with a Braveheart. I wonder whether the paint has any, like, significance.
Right? Against that? No! We will run! And we will live.
Running does not equal freedom within the heart.
And tell our enemies that they may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom!
And that's worth fighting for. And it's like his father prophesied, you know. He knew what to use his tongue for. He was a brave man, but also smart.
Just be yourselves.
Where are you going?
I'm going to pick a fight.
Oh, don't tell me he's actually going to do something to one of the noblemen. They came to negotiate. He probably will cut their head off.
From which you will pay the king an annual duty.
I said I have an offer for you.
You disrespect a banner of truce.
From his king? Absolutely.
That's not truce. Come on now. They even have to pay duty taxes.
Stopping at every home you pass by to beg forgiveness for 100 years of theft, rape, and murder. Do that, and your men shall live. Do it not, and every one of you will die today.
That's how you pick a fight. That's how you pick a fight.
Your commander must cross that field, present himself before this army, put his head between his legs, and kiss his own.
There will be no negotiation. There will be blood. Well, yes, they're gonna have to try to take out the archers first, because besides that, their shield is the only defense. But I actually quite like seeing the priest there, you know, give a prayer before battle. I've never seen that before. Oh boy, shields up.
The Lord tells me he can get me out of this mess, but he's pretty sure you're
What a prophecy from Stephen. They have to run now. Boy, what? They're really provoking them. Talk about spears. Boy, are their weapons tall and long. But the flanking from the side, I'm assuming, will help a lot. Boy, what a suspenseful, start to the battle. Smart. They ducked, attacked with the long spear so that they could attack the horse, neutralize the rider. Very smart. I'm very surprised. That was some very good, incorporating the horse within the battle. And these are all, they're not fake horses, but that was very good integration. Boy, the brute strength of the Scottish farmers. Oh no. There's such a immersive sense with having no music there, just having like brute metal against metal, the cut of flesh. Yeah, the sound of war.
All right.
Now they even have more faith in him because this is the ultimate victory. They thought they couldn't do it. He proved to them it can be done. There's no compromise in freedom. because freedom is theirs. Scotland is theirs. Bump your fist up in the air and join in the complete victory that they just claimed.
In the name of God, we declare and appoint thee guardian and high protector of Scotland, and thy captains as aide de camp. Stand and be recognized.
Wow, what a recognition. The Knight of Scotland, Sir William Wallace.
Does anyone know his politics?
No, but his weight with the commoners could unbalance everything.
He might not have the politics, but he has the mouth to command, you know, the everybody, the commoners. And that's the Braveheart, that's the underdog.
I demand recognition of these documents!
These documents are lies and usual!
They're Longshanks' mans. But again, the recognition is always to put Scotland at the center of it all.
I think your position exists to provide those people with freedom. And I go to make sure that they have it.
The hundreds of years where his people has fallen under the tyranny, have been brutally beaten, raped, and given no freedom. You know, what's the division in rightfully taking back the God-given freedom that they were given and the right that they had at the first place?
Your title gives you claim to the throne of our country. But men don't follow titles. They follow courage.
Wow, what a great line that was.
Lead them to freedom. They'd follow you. And so would I.
They're all common men, and if only the noblemen had the right intentions for the better half, the good of the country, and the good of people's freedom, to just live in peace, because that's originally what they wanted, right? When he came back to the farmland. Wow, what was that? I'm assuming that's like burning tar. England won't stop. They will continue to come, and the collateral damage for the better half of the freedom that they talk about is expected. But the blood is not in vain.
Stand up to him.
I will stand up to him and more.
What was once a small little rebellion has now snowballed into a huge rebellion, and this poor king just does not know how to deal with it.
I heard the word in France, where I was fighting to expand your future kingdom. The word, my son, is that our entire northern army is annihilated. And you have done nothing.
No new word, and he already heard it all from France.
Wallace has sacked York.
It's the head of somebody.
Their own nephew. What beast could do such a thing?
If that's not going to create an uproar with, Longshank, I don't know what will.
I am skilled in the arts of war and military tactics, sire.
Are you? And tell me, what advice would you offer on the present situation?
Boy, that was there was some expectation of it.
Not my gentle son. The mere sight of him would only encourage an enemy to take over the whole country.
He's gonna send the wife. I'm pretty sure.
Whom do I send?
There must be in his mind the tactic is the truce. How do I get into? Well, this is just barely an assumption. How do I get to this William Wallace if it's not through somebody who he could fall in love with? This is not. It's either a dream of Murron, or it's not. It's the French wife. But again, this is as expected, to bring back the love interest, cinematically, at least to have, I'm assuming, a foreshadowing of his current state and feeling in terms of, a partner. Okay, this is the legend that she has heard of, and finally she's seeing him in person.
Will you speak with a woman?
It's like they're both mesmerized, but we'll see how this turns out. Whether the rebellion will waver or whether it'll continue.
York was the staging point for every invasion of my country. And that royal cousin hanged innocent Scots, even women and children, from the city walls.
So much for innocent.
Sanguinarius homo indomitus est, et semper dicens mentatium.
Ego nunquam pronunciare mendatium.
Fantastic, well-educated man.
Leave us.
My lady?
Leave us. Now.
It's either that or, Longshank's whole tactics to send her will completely fall on himself. He will fall on his own sort of a tactic, and she will sort of join their rebellion.
In return, he grants you title, estates, and this chest of gold, which I am to pay to you personally.
A lordship and titles. Gold.
All meaningless, unless it equates to freedom.
And many Scottish nobles who would not be slaves were lured by him, under a flag of truce, to a barn, where he had them hanged.
That's the truth.
I have never spoken of it. I don't know why I tell you now, except...
If only a modicum of, empathy could be translated from her to the king.
You tell your king that William Wallace will not be ruled, and nor will any Scot while I live.
That's the true fight of independence. But I guess going back to what he said about, hurting her to get to him, I'm not so sure I got that, because at least the knight's, the king's soldier just picked on her because, as he said, you look like my daughter, and he wanted to sort of defile her. But I'm not so sure whether that was in knowledge of him and his own abilities and getting to him directly.
Even if you dispatched them today, they'd take weeks to assemble.
I dispatched them before I sent your wife.
Yeah, he had no intentions of truce.
What kind of man is he?
A mindless barbarian. Not a king like you, my lord.
She doesn't believe that.
My greatness will be better demonstrated when Wallace returns to Scotland and finds his country in ashes.
Wow. Okay. A greatness by a dictatorship, by the killing of his people, of the Scots. And, well, man, there's no greatness in his the humility, sympathy, or empathy in him.
I don't know about the Welsh yet, but the Irish have landed. I had to see it with my own eyes before I could believe it.
Good thing they have a heads up.
Your island. My island!
Got to negotiate.
God told him it's his island.
We won at Stirling, and still you quibbled. We won at York, and you would not support us. If you'll not stand up with us now, then I say you're a coward.
The mere word of the word cowards. Well, he is right. They won Stirling, they won York. What more do they need to prove that the noble fight is what is needed?
Now is our chance. Now. If we join, we can win. If we win, well, then we'll have what none of us have ever had before. A country of our own.
A nation divided against itself it will implode.
Unite us. Unite the clans.
Hey, that's a great decision he made. That's the belief in freedom.
You and you alone can rule Scotland. What I tell you, you must do. Not for me, not for yourself, for your country.
Does he have the country's best interest at heart? And what's the best way to go about it?
Quite a lovely gathering.
Well, we'll see what happens in the middle ground and see what transpires. A truce or Fight. There you go, the stoppage. Unless everybody turns now and goes and flanks the Englishman.
Irish. Glad to have you with us. What's this?
The dead cost nothing. Right on. Okay, serves you right when they start, when he's dead. What are they waiting for? Go for it.
Duchess.
I beg pardon, sire. Won't we hit our own troops?
Yes.
He doesn't care about collateral damage.
Attack.
Unless Lachlan and the other noblemen, you just said yes to the giving of the lands, so that they just faked him, and they're going to go back and attack.
Send us news of our victory. Shall we retire?
He's already claiming victory. Wow. I guess he's gonna go straight for Longshank. You're kidding me. Jeez. Nation divided against nation. How do you expect it not to fall apart?
No!
Interesting, Stephen got out of it alive, but we'll see where their, fate lies. But as for him, who knows what his allegiances are, and if they will change because of the actions of Sir William.
I've lived long enough to live free. Proud.
Beautiful line.
To see you become the man you are. I'm a happy man.
Hamish's father is completely indestructible. I would admit, just the smell of the blood of his own people probably would put him down to his knees to beg for forgiveness. How could he ever look back at his own people and say, I fought for you and for your best interest?
In time, he will have all the power in Scotland.
Lands.
Well, at least that's the perception that's given to them. But like back to what William said, that's their way back into slavery.
Well, all men betray. All lose heart.
I don't want to lose heart! I want to believe as he does.
The freedom in the heart is what he doesn't have. The Scottish Avenger, like even in their dreams, they know deep down in their heart they did something wrong. Oh, that's real. I thought that was a premonition within a premonition. Wow. What a... I did not think that was the option he was going to take.
Wallace rode into his bedchamber and killed him. More of a liability now than ever he was. And there's no telling who'll be next.
Maybe you.
They fought with him at the Battle of Stirling, and yet they're against him. The lone avenger and the one fighter for the land of Scotland and its freedom. He killed 50 men with one sword, and rightfully so, that legend will go across all the common people to fight once more with him.
If she were to be killed, we would soon find the King of France a useful ally against the Scots.
Wow, just like it's a chessboard game for him. Use one person, use the other. Oh, are they gonna burn it? Look at that, so straightforward. No, like forget even an ambush. There's no room for a truce, no room for negotiation.
The second time you have warned me of danger. Why?
Because her heart is right.
I mean, this is the pledge of Robert the Bruce.
Hey, okay, looks like his intentions are in the right place. Scotland has won.
You do know it's a trap. Tell him.
I think if the Bruce wanted to kill you, he'd have done it already at Falkirk. Aye. I know. I saw.
That's true, he had the opportunity to.
You're doing this to be a hero because you think she sees you.
I don't think she sees me. I know she does. And your father sees you too.
Always the first to throw a punch. My gosh, was that going back and forth with really good lines. That was really good writing.
Should I come with you?
No. I'll go alone. I'll see you after.
Well, whether he fights for Murron or he fights for Scotland, this is what he asked God. You know, the peace to have a family, children, and with that, it doesn't matter what it is, he'll always be fighting unless he has freedom. Oh, something seems amiss.
Bruce is not to be harmed. That's the arrangement.
The arrangement? What did he mean by the oath made to a liar is not, you know, the oath was still made. He's still under Longshank.
Soon enough I'll be dead. And you'll be king. I don't want anything from you. You're not a man. You're not my father.
These both dying kings, that's what they believe is the compromise. They can't stand up against England. They can't stand up against Longshank.
You know what it means to hate. Now you're ready to be a king.
My hate will die with you.
Oh my, what a great exchange. Now you know what hate is, so you're ready to be king.
I will see the prisoner.
We've got orders from the king that
The
nobody.
king will be dead in a month and his son is a weakling. Who do you think will rule this kingdom? Now open this door.
She will.
I come to beg you to confess all and swear allegiance to the king that he might show you mercy.
Will you show mercy to my country?
There's what it is. He swears allegiance to the country.
If I swear to him, then all that I am is dead already.
Yeah, because he would have deceived his very heart.
Will die, it will be awful.
Every man dies. Not every man really lives.
Wow. What a line. It kind of reminds me of Hamish, his father, what he said and how he lived and how he was a happy man.
At worst, he was a worthy enemy. Show mercy, O thou great king, and win the respect of your own people.
Kind of reminds me of Esther, like the book of Esther.
He told me his one comfort was that he would live to know Wallace was dead.
And that's the hatred the king talked about.
Your blood dies with you. A child who is not of your line grows in my belly. Your son will not sit long on the throne, I swear it.
Oh, fantastic. I'm assuming she's talking about Sir William Wallace's son.
Give me the strength that I will.
Boy, a bold prayer. You must think, where are these people's hearts at?
And you shall have it.
He will never do that over his dead body.
Rope!
Interesting that we see the him looking at a small boy who looked exactly like him. That was his introduction to the whole thing. Well, not introduction, but young William looking at all the dead bodies of even a young boy who was hung at the very beginning.
Rise to your knees. Kiss the royal emblem on my cloak, and you will feel no more.
Interesting that the small remnant of what Bruce saved in the Battle of Falkirk is there. Rather on his feet, a proud Scotsman, than on his knees to bow down and be enslaved to a tyrant.
Enough!
Even in the torture, there is a fight.
Right now. Please. Please. Just say it.
That's the wrong type of peace they're talking about. Oh, what is he gonna say? Wow. That's the climax. If anything, if that's what every ear should have been open to hear. Let everybody take that in, bridle the tongue, and speak the words that defile not the heart. Hey, Murron. That lasting scene was quite impactful, especially with the one word he left with everyone.
As a warning, it did not have the effect that Longshanks planned.
Oh, that's a good thing. All right, let's see what he fights for. Robert the Bruce, who was narrating it from the very beginning.
Come, let's get it over with.
Let's see what the king does. Our king.
Now bleed with me.
Wow. One more time. If I'm not mistaken, that was his sword, William's sword. Hey, by the sword he lives on the battlefield and in their hearts, charging them on to victory.
They fought like warrior poets. They fought like Scotsmen. And won their freedom.
Wow. The fight for their independence came out in victory. And what a lasting frame. Thoughts. Wow. Wow. That felt like that was an epic film that felt like an hour's worth, except what it leaves in the minds and the hearts of their viewers and people who share the bloodline of a Scotsman of the Scottish ancestry. What it does for them. Although this is a depiction, whether it is a depiction of Sir William Wallace, however fictionalized this is, what remains is the truth of an honest man's, a common man's fight for the independence of the country and of their people and of their land, their God-given land, and his true intention and the continued effort for every country and their fight for independence and why they would want to do it. Not for martyrdom, not for being mindless barbarians, but for, the the freedom that they have, the freedom to be themselves, the freedoms to be common men. This is a beautiful film, very poetic, very masterfully directed, very, very well directed. I mean, I could only imagine the what's the word I'm looking for? The like to be a producer on this film, how like all the logistics, that's the word, the logistics of this film, the grandeur is how I mentioned it in the middle of the film, the scale of it all. It's 211. It's even pushing more than that, but it's in the grandeur. It's not the battle of, you know, the Stirling Bridge or Falkirk. I had to write these names down, so I'm just looking down. It's not, you know, any of them, even the Battle of York, sorry. It's none of the battles that, you know, that seemingly have its, you know, epic scale. It's I don't know, it's more than that. It's within the lines, it's within, you know, the fields and the scapes, you know. I don't remember a lot of interior shots. A lot of the shots were exterior, but I guess going back like to my point of, you know, all these battles, it was to the point of what they were fighting for that was so grandiose, and they were able to capture that in this picture. And it's funny how I'm not a Scotsman. I'm not related to one, but yet there's the commonality of the message and what William was fighting for. And, you know, whether he was fighting for Moreau or not, it was fighting for what he intended when he came back, and was for the peace of mind to be and exist in their own land without anybody overlooking them or owning them. And that is universal. That truth is universal. And, you know, the whole return of Robert the Bruce, or Bruce, shall we say, King Bruce, and the Queen and her whole thing with, you know, who will sit on the throne. It will not be who the king had expected. It will not be who Longshank expected, and his own son, you know, being so uncommon with love and not being man enough to continue the bloodline. But it was a wonderful film from the very beginning, with the bagpipes over the green nature and the mountains of Scotland, and the noble and humble life of the farmers, and like the introduction, you know, to young Williams, and how there was almost a foreshadowing of the events of his life as he had seen the death of all those the other clan when he was young, and the boy even. But I'm gonna this seems like a film that has to be rewatched, and it's just gonna age so well, like fine wine. It's no wonder it's everybody's favorite film. The word freedom, I did not know the importance of the word in relation to this film, but I get it now. So yeah, I mean, I don't think I can necessarily come up with a better conclusion or something to add on. It's something that will stay on, and it will continue to stay on. But do let me know what are your thoughts and your personal experience with this film. I'm sure you have some. And yeah, this was a great watch. This was a fantastic watch, and may we all, you know, I mean, what's happening now in different countries, you know, the fight for freedom, it's not an antiquated concept. It's still continuing to happen, and the pursuit for that freedom is a noble cause, and it's no need for any noblemen to talk or to make negotiations.
what's noble is the everyday common man just rightfully having what's theirs and fighting for it. And at least, well, I'll leave it at that. And it's a beautiful film, beautiful ending. But yes, do let me know what you think. And I don't know if this my whole quivering has to do with I just feel in shock and feel electrified by this film. It's a beautiful one. But yeah, do let me know what you think. And thank you for the length of this film, however long this one is. Thank you for tuning in. And until next time, enjoy freedom, smile, and continue to be happy. Yeah, and until the next one, may we continue to enjoy cinema together. Until the next one, take care, guys.
What's up, you cinephiles? Thank you very much for making it to the very end. Me and Big Willie don't take that for granted. We really appreciate you. Now, if you would like to show your support to us, you know what you can do up here. You can smash that button, really just smash it. And you know, if you would like to check out some more content, they're all curated by days up over here and playlists. So, you know what? We hope you're having a great day. Don't crumble and just continue to smile and be a good bastion of cinema.